Just sign up to our affiliate program and join winning team. Register on Clevernet Notebook Plus. Freely register to our network www.clevernet.net. Thank you. For more information, please contact us today at our email info@clevernet.com or info@clevernet.net, or freely register to our website at www.clevernet.net. Thank you. Clevernet Notebook Plus. What's Clevernet Notebook Plus all about? Clevernet is a social network and online platform for professionals. What's our mission? Our mission is simple: to get the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. Getting into a smart conversation by blog.
His name is Dr. ABE OLUSOLA TAYEI. He'll be calling in from South Africa to discuss the issue of APC, not only APC, Nigeria in general. Join us while we go on a short break.
Clevernet Notebook Plus. What's Clevernet Notebook Plus all about? Clevernet is a social network and online platform for professionals. What's our mission? Our mission is simple: to get the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. Getting into a smarter conversation by blog, classify, events, group, music, upload, download, picture, movie, news, update, sport, radio, and online TV station. How can you do all?
Hello, good evening, Dr. ABE. Hello.
Hello.
Dr. ABE, are you there?
Yeah, Dr. ABE is there.
Yeah, welcome to Clevernet Television, based here in Palma de Mallorca, Spain.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I am Owen Busy.
All right.
Yeah, let's start from the name Dr. OLUSOLA. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Ekiti State, Nigeria. And I'm resident in South Africa, Pretoria.
In South Africa.
Yeah, Pretoria, South Africa.
How long have you been in South Africa?
Yeah, I've been in South Africa for the past 9 years.
So how are you faring?
I'm very well.
And Nigerians over there, are they faring?
Yeah, they're doing their best.
How is life generally?
Yeah, we bless God. Things are going fine, and no cause for coping for all the challenges and meeting the challenges of the day for better.
Fine. Before we go into the issue of today, I would like you to introduce yourself to the viewers, because you are the APC National Chairman in South Africa. I want you to do the introduction to our viewers so they can join us and listen what you are going to tell them.
Yeah, just my name is Dr. ABE OLUSOLA TAYEI. I've been in South Africa and actively involved in the activity of APC, and also I'm a professional medical biologist practicing and in South Africa and also Lesotho, and also involved in Nigeria.
You're a medical doctor. How do you get into politics? How do you get yourself involved with politics?
Yeah, there was this, the former chairman, the blessed memory, late Festus Obeide, and one of our close family friends visited me in 2008, and told me about the existence of then ACN, and invited me to the meeting, which I gladly attended, and we were there working together. And from there, from ACN, it changed to AC and consequently to ABC. So we've been together and making sure that the party moves from one level to the other until Festus passed on in 2017 as the chairman.
So how are you combining politics with your medical field? How is it been? Is it difficult, or you have time for?
Well, yes, my professional practice, for instance, because it's not it's like outpatient. I did not a very complete medical practice, consulting and outpatient most of the time. So I have time to give to attend to other things. So it's not a full-time medical practice, and because I specialize in acoustic trauma and industrial radiologist, that's what I specialize in. So I have enough time for myself, and not all the time in the theater and all those total medical practice.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about politics now.
Okay.
So, how is your political life? How is it?
Yeah, we are bringing people together. We meet together, we organize ourselves, and we make sure that we solve some challenges that is facing the APC in South Africa, and make sure we carry people along. And also, we liaise with the Nigerian APC headquarters. And I've visited the headquarters twice this year in Nigeria to do one or two things. And also we make sure we meet with executive members, and also liaise with all the provincial leaders. And some of the time we also invite them for meeting, and we have effective social group, chat groups, where we make sure we disseminate information and activities and progress of the party. So to make sure that none of the provincial diaspora chapters are left out from the scheme of things. And we keep ourselves abreast of what is going on in Nigeria and educate our members.
So how is the executive of the South Africa branch being conducted?
Yeah, normally we hold when we normally have, during the convention, we had our first convention in 2015, where the executive officers were elected through voting, and they were inaugurated officially, and some of the officials maybe either resigned or left, and but the efficacy was when the late chairman Festus passed on in important accident, and they have to come on board as the vice chairman when he passed on. And so we've been able to Ghana and all of us working together with all the provincial chairmen keeping on.
So how do you hold your general meeting? I'm not talking about the executive, as APC members, because you have a lot of followers in South Africa. How do you go about your meetings?
Yeah, we make sure the ESCO, we have standard meeting at least once in a month, and we make sure that at least we have the ESCO meeting before the general meeting. Even for some time, though we had this challenge of when the chairman passed on, but at the same time we make sure we pass on, we keep on to the standard, and even the last meeting we have to make sure we invite some provincial chairmen, even travel, like the chairman of Western Cape, and he came with another chairman from Punanga. They came to attend our meetings. So, and as much as possible, we involved the provincial provinces in South Africa is like a state in Nigeria. So we make sure we keep them abreast, and all our minutes are also disseminated by the secretary to the chat groups so as to keep everybody aware, even if they are not around.
Okay, that is how you conduct your meetings. Hello.
Hello.
That is how you conduct your meetings.
Yeah, we have a party secretariat in Pretoria. Yeah. We meet there, and at times we also make sure that, like we decided recently to be visiting or to rotate the meeting, visit our provincial chapters to hold meetings with them. I also asked the chairman in the provinces to invite us or let us know the dates of our meeting so that at least some of the ESCO members here can also attend.
Thank you very much, Dr. ABE.
Yes.
What is the relationship between the South Africa APC and that South Africa, the APC in Nigeria? What is the relationship?
Yeah, the relationship is quite cordial, just like I said. This year I visited the national APC headquarters and I've met with the national chairman, that's the Chief John Oyegun, and I've also met the national deputy chairman, that is Senator Shuaibu, met with also the legal officer of the party in Nigeria. So even in March, I was also there and meeting the other leaders. So we communicate and make sure regularly we keep them abreast of the goings on in South African diaspora chapter. And we also communicate, even right now, almost at a daily basis. You know, the social media has made things easier. So communicating with the headquarters, giving me feedback, and also following the development of political activities at the national headquarters and our activities in South Africa here.
How do you help new members to understand the culture of the party in South Africa?
Yeah, the first thing was that, just like I said, even before the late chairman passed on, we decided to make sure we make copies of APC Constitution. We made copies, and we also have soft copies and hard copies. But most of the important was that the Secretary General was directed to send soft copies of the constitution of the party to all members, and at the same time we also had the provincial guidelines that were disseminated and sent to provinces to keep abreast of the relationship of the national body and the provinces, which I also call states, like any state in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So we have the guidelines, and we make sure that they all have the constitution of the party, soft copy and some hard copies, so that they will go through and follow the ethics of the party.
Thank you very much, Dr. ABE.
You're welcome.
Now, let me ask you this question. As a leader, you are the leader of APC in South Africa. The umbrella, is it only covering APC members or Nigerians generally?
Our APC South Africa, just like I said, we have link with the other diaspora chapters, and by the grace of God, South Africa APC is very, very active. Particularly, I'm sure that the UK chairman and that of Spain, even some of our minutes, we make sure we send it to them. And we are presently involved in all the committees set up by all diaspora chapter under the leadership of Dr. Phillips Deho and Ambassador Dela. So I'm a member of the committee set up for support for diaspora voting, and also I'm also a member of the People's Health Foundation that is established by diaspora chapter of APC. to link up with Nigeria and also make sure that the APC South Africa is abreast of what's all going on in other parts of the country, of APC activities in other diaspora chapter, and also in Nigeria. We attend meetings and in the other meetings in Nigeria.
Dr. Abe,
yeah.
The question I asked,
yeah.
What I want to say is, you know there are stranded Nigeria all over the world. What I'm saying is, if you see a stranded Nigeria in South Africa and the person is not an APC member, is your umbrella covering that person? That is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, APC is the ruling party of Nigeria.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So any Nigerian, as far as we are concerned, even if you are not a registered member of APC, we make sure we liaise with them. Like in other bodies and other organizations belonging to other tribes, maybe cultural groups, let me put it that way, like Ajisa, the Igbo community, and others. We make sure that we liaise with them, and from there we are able to garner and also make sure we follow the events happening to individuals in Nigeria. And I'm sure that most of the time I've also attended meeting with the new ambassador of Nigeria in South Africa, even to discuss issues affecting individual Nigerians. So even not at political or promoting purpose, we make sure we participate and we make ourselves available to the welfare of all Nigerians, even in South Africa. Or if anybody comes from any outside, if people come from Nigeria, even leaders, at times they visit us, and when they tell us their programs and activities, we've identified with them, and also give our own advice in principle of what we stand for in APC South Africa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abe. How many members do this South Africa branch, this APC South Africa branch have now? How many members are you?
Officially registered and recognized, because we have some requirements that are given. We have 150 officially registered, and I know, you know, when I say diaspora, you know, there are so many requirements we put there. People, there are others that they are members, but the ones that are we have 150 registered members.
These are card-carrying members.
Yes. And because they meet our criteria, there are others, you know, even more than that, that may not meet the criteria, but they show the interest in activities. But the ones that officially we can tell you that met our criteria as laid down by the national office in Nigeria, because they gave us some conditions. I met with the leaders, and they told us some of the things that we need to carry along, presidential permits, officially what they are doing, and other things. So 150 registered members, and we have more than or double like that. But people who have really met the criteria, and some who are online until you fulfill that condition. So that's just the figure for now.
Okay, 150.
Yeah, officially registered.
Okay, if I want to leave Spain and come to South Africa and be a member, what will it take me? What are those criteria you need from me?
Well, all you need to do is to come with your Spain. Once we trust the leadership of APC in Spain.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you come to South Africa with your party ID card, or even if I receive a call from my chairman there,
yeah,
I trust him and will take you immediately as a member. We won't treat you as a visitor, we just treat you as a member.
Okay, you will not treat me as a visitor. You will not treat me as a visitor.
No, you are a member already, because you know you are coming from a diaspora with integrity. As long as you have your diaspora Spain ID. So we are aware everywhere, all over the world. For instance, Ambassador Tela cannot come to South Africa, or Dr. Dewa, or other chairmen, and we treat them as if they are not members. They are members. It's not that they are our sisters from other diaspora chapters.
Of course. Do this APC Do they hold their meeting in diaspora? Do they have a venue where they hold their meeting? All APC in diaspora?
Yeah. Well, you know, in this age of social media, like I told you that even almost every daily basis, I belong to the global or world international body or organization and committee set up, and we through Skype, through chat group and social meeting, we hold meetings and with other diasporans, particularly when we have meeting of things that they need to disseminate, and which we communicate almost on daily basis more than twice in the chat group created, like the support group for voting, diaspora voting, like also the People's Health Foundation, which I'm also a member and a part of the foundation. So we meet, even the meeting that UK, they had a meeting last week where I was following the meeting. Even though I was not there physically, the meeting was set. So we keep first and we know exactly what happens with other diaspora chapters.
And what is the tenure of a leader in South Africa? What is the tenure?
Yeah, well, for now, you see, the national body, what they have given to us is, at least for all, we make it at least a term of two years, and it's renewable. You can also.
Is 2 years not? Is 2 years not too short?
No, you can. The reason why we make it 2 years is that because I was personally a contributor to this. If you spend 2 years, we could have a leader that may not be doing the best for the party. And within those 2 years, instead of fighting and all that, let's give him the opportunity, and that after 2 years, we can change him. And if he's good, he has the right to contest again, and we bring him on board. And we consider, even if the third term is allowed, if we review our constitution, he can also contest. And before you know it, he will be there for 4 years. But in case, if you have a leader that is not active or people are not happy with, particularly if it's not running with the vision of the party, then people will have patience. It will solve a lot of fracas. Let's allow him to finish the 2 years. That will not be a problem. And after 2 years, you can now bring another person on board. But if he's a good performer, he has the right for another term. So that's the policy and the way we make sure we run our leaders here, or make sure they do it, so that nobody will be out or complaining that the people are there, they belong to this and all that.
That is lovely. Do you accept donation from the public? Hello?
Hello?
Do you accept donation from the public?
Yes, yes, we did. In fact, the donation comes in form of cash and kind. Like a donation, one of the board of trustee chairman, board of trustee chairman, Chief Okoye, Trustee TAYEI in fact, of the secretariat of the party was donated to the party. You won't believe, 3 rooms by one of our board of trustee chairman. That is TAYEI. And most of the time when we have programs, we take donations from executive members and individuals also. They give more than just the normal person to run our programs. Like when we have convention and all that, they come and they give to the party. So we take a donation, particularly in cash and kind. So some people can donate food, or maybe they provide food at our meetings. And those are some of the donations. They can come in form of cash and also it's a kind, just like I said. Somebody donated a secretariat that we use in Pretoria for APC.
What about members paying their dues at the end of the month? What about the dues?
You're talking about individual members?
Yeah. Or you don't collect dues from members at the end of the month?
Yeah, what we just try to, for instance, we try as much as possible to encourage those members that at every meeting they give something that is as a token for attending the meeting. And also we generate a member for registration. It's only for now that we try as much as possible, we tend to reduce maybe forcefully, that is payment before registration, just to encourage the mobilization of membership of our party. Because, you know, so those are some of the ways that individual members, they also make a contribution to the growth or financial state of the party.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abe. There is this question I want to ask you before I take you to Nigeria.
Okay, sir.
What is your relationship with APC leaders in diaspora? What is your relationship with them?
My relationship with APC in diaspora is, well, is cordial. And I want to tell you, it's active. If I say word, super active, we can use that. That's why I mentioned some names. And if you, like my honorable chairman of Spain, Dr. Dewo, and even recently, we have to go to Nigeria to attend the international congress, a conference, a seminar organized by Dr. Paul Tomi. We were together. He sent another representative from UK about leadership in Africa. I was there physically. I traveled to Lagos to attend the seminar, and he was the one that even that registered me and informed me. That's Dr. Philip Idewo from UK, and all my every other activities, I make sure I sent the even minutes of our meeting. I sent it to the chairman of Spain, and that's our honorable ambassador Tella. And to keep them abreast, even my activities in the secretariat, they are all aware every day of my meeting. I make sure I write the minutes and send it to them, and they are aware. So our relation is cordial. Not only that, that's why I said that South Africa, particularly myself, I'm a member of support diaspora voting for 2019, and every day I make contribution and make up with Nigeria and other leaders. And also, I'm also a member of People's Health Foundation, linking with UK. Just like I said, even last week meeting in UK, in London, I was following the details of the meeting, even though I was not there physically. So our relationship and our activity is well known to them and the state of affairs of APC in South Africa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abe. Hello, viewers. We'll be speaking with Honorable Dr. ABE OLUSOLA TAYEI. He is the APC National Chairman in South Africa. We are going on a short break and we'll be back. Thank you.
Cleveland Notebook Plus. What's Cleveland Notebook Plus all about? Cleveland is a platform for professionals. What's our mission? Our mission is simple: to get more professionals to make them more productive and successful. Getting into a smarter conversation by blog, classify, events, group, music, upload, download, picture, movie, news, update, sport, radio, and online TV station. How can you do all this? Just sign up to our affiliate program and join Winning Team. Register on Cleveland Notebook Plus. Freely register to our network www.cleveland.net. Thank you. For more information, please contact us today at our email info@cleveland.com or info@cleveland.net, or freely register at www.cleveland.net. Thank you. Cleveland Notebook Plus. What's Cleveland Notebook Plus all about? Cleveland is a social network and online platform for professionals. What's our mission? Our mission is simple: to get both professionals to make them more productive and successful. How? Getting into a smarter conversation by blog, classify, events, group, music, upload, download, picture, movie, news, update sport, radio, and online TV station. How can you do all this? Join up to our affiliate.
Hello, doctor.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
Okay.
So let's go to the issue of Nigeria.
All right, sir.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about Nigeria today? Will you say we've seen the dividend of democracy?
The one thing that I know that Nigeria is facing a lot of challenges, particularly from our party, the APC in Nigeria right now. And I would say that the government have not done badly, neither has it scored 100% or serious goal, but they are making strides. It's so several because when you look, because I studied the 10 vision point agenda of the party, and taking it one by one, like job creation, like a fight against corruption, agriculture, roads, a social security scheme for schools and educational center and security. So when you pick them one by one, these are the parameters that I want to look at it. I will look at the general situation in the country, where the government, the APC, as much as they are trying, but at the same time, there is still a lot to do to bring to the doorstep of the democratic change that we actually told the electorate. So we still have to work harder and make sure that we give the dividend of democracy. But they are doing their best to lay that foundation, if I may say, particularly the fight against corruption. It is known all over the world that that fight is effective in Nigeria. And you will remember recently that the President Muhammad Buhari was awarded African ABE Anti-Corruption Award. And you know that before they can give such an award, it's not only African presidents. They will have other UK and other developed countries will have known. Because when a country money is flying out, the rest of the world they know. So I believe that is a positive step as one of the achievements. Because when you look at corruption, corruption is the pain and is the bedrock of killing socio-economic development of any nation. Even if a family decides to be corrupt, that unit of a family will not move forward. So the government of the APC, they have done well, and the job creation, they introduce some power, but I'm sure that they have to improve to make it more effective. I mean the impact must be felt in the society. But normally, with the time the APC is in the federal government may not be enough to provide jobs for all the unemployed undergraduates or employable youth in Nigeria. But I must also say that the security challenges is a bit mounting up, but at the same time, the government is rising up to the occasion. All that we also need to do, I will also praise the effort of the government in introducing security social scheme, particularly 1 meal per day in many states for school children. And I'm sure that these are some of the things that will actually bring peace and a kind of relief to parents. Parents that cannot even get food for their children. But they know that once their child gets to school, it's true of a meal, which will take that child back to home. And also, we will have to applaud the efforts of this government on agriculture. I mean, the diversification of economy is one of the cardinal programs, and they are following it. So in agriculture, I want to say, because when I visited Nigeria at the right time, I began to see local rice being packaged in different, even the rice from Egypt, that will not see ordinarily on the market. But surprisingly, getting to Lagos and Akure, I saw it well packaged. So they are making move in agriculture. And you know that most of industrialization comes from agricultural development. They are doing their best, particularly in the area of agriculture. So the security challenge, particularly the menace of Boko Haram, we all knew that before the APC came into governance, almost 3 states were overrun by Boko Haram. In fact, 3/4 of all the local governments in 3 states were all completely occupied by Boko Haram. But the emergence of the APC government under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, we all know that these local governments are completely out of the hands of Boko Haram. And all they are doing now is soft targets, which I know, we all know that it's almost everywhere in the world. Like today now we read of even a suicide bomber in Israel, targeting soft targets. So these are some of the challenges and the menace of the recent killer herdsmen from nowhere. And even though the government may be slow, but they haven't scored high there. But I think with the international the concern of everybody, both home and abroad, they are pumping up to make sure that they curtail the activity of the killer herdsmen. And I'm sure that when we allow the government to settle economically and the stolen funds are brought back to the confine of the purse of the government, I'm sure that the economy is going to blossom. So I just know that Nigeria's attitude and their taste and all that should just bear with the government, and at the same time, we would say that the government has not done well for the citizen, but Nigerians also we need to cooperate and also work with the government to make life better. So that is just my score. I would say they have not done, they have done much. They have covered so many areas, and the area of their losses and mistakes, I'm sure they are learning. The APC is a learning government. That's why we are different from others. We want to learn from past losses and mistakes so as to bring change, desire for the country, and that which party promised Nigerians.
Thank you very much, Dr. OLUSOLA.
Yeah,
there is something I find difficult to comprehend.
Yeah.
When I was in primary school, I was taught about social amenities. What would take the government? What will it take the government to provide social amenities for the citizens? What will it take them? For how long will it take them?
You see, generally speaking, this problem of that you and I is witnessing in Nigeria, which were not there so many years ago, did not start in a day. And gradually, people pray that let my tomorrow be better than today. But it got to a point that it seems that every succeeding day is worse than yesterday in Nigeria. And it didn't start in a day. It started because of greed of leaders, of past leaders. And when you eat your tomorrow today, definitely whether you like it or not, you will face the consequences. So, and gradually these things have been eroded away, and all is bound to corruption. Then planlessness. When people don't plan for future, then you plan to fail in future.
Yeah.
And that is why some of these things have been taken away. But there is hope, because the government of the President Buhari now, APC, have introduced one-day meal in at least more than 60% of states in Nigeria. That is coming up, and I'm sure that if we allow that scheme and we allow the government to continue, other things will come up, because by then the economy will continue to, like where I come from, that you don't feed a lean child in a day. That's the adage from my dialect. That is a child that is mature or very lean. You can't feed that child, even if you put the whole food in the world into the stomach of that child. Even if you are not medically inclined, the food you put in cannot make that child to be well robust one day.
Yeah.
It has to, the body has to assimilate it.
Gradually.
So the government will, because they have started to look into it, and I'm sure that states that are being fed, given 1 meal per day, I'm sure that if you ask that question from their parents and the students and the food vendors, I'm sure they will praise the government. And if we allow continuity, I'm sure the government will bring back the lost grants in these areas. But I tell you, you can't feed, you cannot feed or make a kwashiorkor or a lean child
to develop one day. Yeah, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah, do you know why I'm asking you this question?
All right, sir.
Whenever any government comes in power, they blame the previous one. Let's leave those issues aside. My own intake is this. We call them, I don't know what you call them. Most people call them rulers, because if you have a leader, your leader must impart something in you. When I call them leader, people will tell me, no, don't call them leader. They are rulers, because they are birds of passage. They come and go without imparting anything on the people. They do travel to Western world, and they see things with their eyes. These things were built by humans, not spirits. What will it take you? You have the resources. We have the resources. Why not put these things in place? There is no government public transport. Nigeria don't have any, how will I say it? Like they have Lufthansa, they have this South Africa airline. We don't have our own carrier. So I don't know what the government, I don't know what they are thinking, if their advisor, they have advisor or not. That is why I'm asking you, we'll complain about the previous government. No, if there are no problem, there will not be solution. Are you getting me?
Yeah, in fact, I want to praise you very, very much for this particular question and your analysis that you have given. It makes this day worth my coming on board.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is mine.
I can clap for you and even clapping for you for that question.
Thank you very much.
Let me say this. That this man, one thing that I believe in life is that when a government or any people refuses or fail to learn from their past losses and mistakes, you know, because the price of change is learning.
Yeah, it's a process.
So I will not blame the present administration for referring to the monumental corruption placed upon Nigeria by the past government, PDP.
I agree with you.
So I make sure that I connect with them by my own level, honestly. Because I have told them that by my level, by my association, my relationship with them, I don't want to speak it. But since I have link with, at least they've given me that opportunity, I tell them this. But my own is this, and you will agree with me, that even as individuals, if we fail to learn from our losses and mistakes, then we can never change for better. So that is why I believe that there must be, it's just like research, scientific research. You can't do a research, you do survey. You want to solve a problem, you have to collect your data from what is obtained in your survey area, so as to provide solution to it.
Yes.
So I know that I trust the government and the combination of the president and the vice president. They are not just trying to, shift blame on the past government, but to let us know that the breakdown of the institutional structure of Nigeria under the past government has caused this, has caused that. Let us all Nigerians learn from the mistakes, from the losses, so that when we realize that we can learn and bring change, you see, desired change that we all know. And like I said, most of the thing is that, you know, there was this man, he said, that was Edmund Black, he said the necessary thing for triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing.
Yes.
And that is why what you guys are doing to bring diaspora on board, because the whole world is a global village. The country needs diasporans to participate directly with the governance of Nigeria.
That is what we in Clef Night are trying to do. We want to partner with Nigerians in diaspora.
That's why I'm clapping for you for bringing this up. And what you are doing, I'm sure that even if it's just one or two of our leaders in Nigeria, they will know that the diasporans are ready,
yes,
to make contribution.
Yes.
But so that people will begin to know that, like I said, most of the leaders we have in Nigeria, they don't even care for integrity.
No, they don't care. They are self-centered.
Yeah, they don't care for integrity, sir. And when somebody does not have integrity, his attitude is dead. Even if he has skill, he has PhD, because he said PhD is the governor, is the head of state, or is somewhere. Let me tell you, the skill, knowledge, without right attitude, will not give any result. So, but one thing that I'm still hoping about Nigeria is that Nigeria presently has the antecedents of a well-bred man of integrity. And that is the person of President Muhammad Buhari. I'm talking about his antecedents. His antecedent shows that he has integrity. And that is integrity is for us to hold tight, not only as party members, but...
Dr. Abe.
Yes, sir.
Please hold on. You have a caller.
Okay.
Somebody wants to talk to you online. Please go ahead. You are on Clef Night Television.
Okay. It's all right.
Where is your name and where are you calling from, sir?
Hello, good afternoon. This is Ambassador Kela.
Chairman. Welcome, my honorable.
Welcome, please. I want to speak with Dr. TAYEI, please. TAYEI.
Go ahead. She's with you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Good afternoon, Dr. ABE.
My only honorable ambassador.
Well done, sir. We really appreciate your good job over there. But there is a question I would like to throw open.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Go on, Senator Teller. We are with you. Go on.
There's something I want you to answer diplomatically.
Okay.
In your chapter, I realized that you have like two factions.
Yeah.
And how are you trying to bring everyone together and see how everybody will work as one in the family in South Africa?
Thank you very much, sir. If it's possible, by honorable, you come to South Africa and you visit one of the leaders and you tell them and ask this question, they will tell you that Dr. ABE has profound solution. Because normally we know that in politics, when I speak with them, I always say there is a place of forgiveness in politics.
Yeah, there is no permanent enemy.
In politics, there are no permanent enemy.
No, there is no.
So there is room for politics.
Yes.
If you come to any one of them today, if you have access to them, whoever they are, and you said the doctor, they will tell you that right from day one, Dr. ABE has been given seminars. Anytime I have time, I will write it. I will tell them that it's a place of forgiveness, and that it's not possible for 5 people to come together and will speak with one voice.
It's not possible.
Because we will not grow. Even in Nigeria or in our culture, African culture, if 2 brothers enters a room and they come out smiling, they have not done, it is believed, native intelligence said they have not spoken the truth. So I want to tell you that we are making efforts to bring everybody together, that politics is not a do or die affair.
At all.
All I'm praying that they know that Dr. ABE telling everybody is that let us do this right. When you do this, everything will be okay. So for us, as long as they are members of APC, one way or the other, you know, people have their way. Oh, this is my, I belong to this, I belong to that. But they know, all of them knows that brother Dr. TAYEI, Dr. ABE is for everybody. And I've been on this, and we are working on it, and very soon we are all together. Even though the people outside may be saying this is, and it's causing a kind of thing, but I assure you that I am promoting that we are one family, and there is place of forgiveness. They will tell you that that is been my stand for many years here, even before some of these things happen. But I assure the diaspora or that chairman, my chairman, honorable chairman, teller, that we are doing our best, and the national headquarters is also cooperating and trying as much as possible to make sure that we are one, and we are working towards that oneness.
Thank you very much, Dr. ABE. Thank you very much.
I have a second question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, Honorable, I want you to understand that the South Africa chapter has been producing results in candidates, aspirants going for different positions back home. Please, I will beg you for you to try to make peace with all the factions and see how South Africa will be won. Please, we beg you. You understand me? You're here now. Thank you. Thank God for the kind of art you have. Please, I want you people to come together as one body, one voice. You people are talented ones over there. And please, for God's sake, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We've known our losses, and I keep on telling them that what division causes is losses. And when you refuse to learn from your losses, you cannot change. So we are promising the rest of the world and the APC diasporans that in South Africa, we've learned from our lessons, losses, and by the grace of God, the change will come, and the oneness, peacefully, we live together as peacefully, we speak to one another, one by one, everything will be okay. We are coming on board. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Teller. Back to Dr. ABE.
Yeah.
Who are some of the leaders that you admired?
I want to say that the first person I will mention is Right Reverend Dr. Bolale Bonigi. That is the retired Bishop of Anglican Diocese in Akure, Nigeria. This man, even as a bishop, he is a total man as far as I'm concerned. And he has an influence in my life, because in my personal interaction with him, he is a man that loves governance and at the same time, believe and serve God. He's so humble. Even as a bishop, there's nobody that man will not relate with. When the former Imam of Akure was alive, you won't believe that the closest friend he will mention to you, he respects the Bishop Bonigi. And that man, he has a heart for everybody. And he has a heart for good governance in Nigeria. He doesn't run after government. That was why I borrowed a kind of a man that is spiritually sound. He loves God, he feared God, and at the same time, he fights for governance, not government, which some of the spiritual leaders they do. So that man is one of a leader that has actually affected my life. The other one is the former president of South Africa, that is Mandela. When I came to South Africa, the first book I read was Long Walk to Freedom. And what made South Africa to be what it is today is because of one decision that he took. When I was reading that book that changed my life politically, he said, as they were opening, that was 1990, when he was being released from the prison after 27 years, he said, as they were opening the gate, the door of the prison for my freedom, he said, I came out, I saw seas of hell. Only but there was a voice speaking in my heart. You may be out of prison, but if you don't forgive,
you will still be in prison. Yes.
So the man, that is why he's able to keep this country together, even after his death. And let me tell you, the institutional structure that he encouraged, both the diversified, the different races in South Africa, they are building on it. It brings them oneness. That is why I learned from building strong institutional structures. That is what matters in governance in Nigeria. And the other person is, I want to say that President Muhammad Buhari, for many years, I read his antecedents as a man of integrity. When he was a military governor, when he became the petroleum minister, he circularly built 3 refineries. Up till now, after he built it, up till now, the country cannot build one. He became the head of state. He didn't amass wealth. He also was the chairman of PTF.
Yeah.
And it was during his time that most schools, universities, and roads benefited from PTF.
Sorry, let me chip in this. There were these PTF drugs in all hospitals. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say that I'm only saying that even throughout all those sensitive positions the man had, nobody could say that he had any oil tree in his state.
Okay.
So he has kept himself out of corruption. He has integrity. I'm not saying he's completely 100% excellent in every area of his life, but for you to have a leader, just like a philosopher said, he said one of the greatest assets in human life is to follow a leader that has integrity and competence. And I'm sure that as long as we Nigerians will cooperate with him, so these are some of the leaders that have really shaping my leadership. The other one is Pastor Adeboye. I will never forget, because I don't know if I will still have time to say some of these things, but his life, it's a man that, because of my interaction one time with him, also ignited my interest in leadership in Nigeria.
Okay. Are you planning to run for any public office in Nigeria?
Yes. I want to be a governor of my state as long as God gives me the time.
Yeah.
Because I have something to do for my state, to build it. My state is just at foundation level, and I would, as long as the time God allows, I want to be a governor of my state and serve the people and build strong institutional structure in that place and make my state a place, the most lovely place to live in Nigeria. That is my vision.
Okay, what is one characteristics that you believe every leader should possess?
It's humility. A leader that is not humble, my brother, that leader can never learn from losses. That leader can never build strong institutional structures that developed countries has. That is what is our problem in Nigeria. A leader particularly must be humble. It is in humility that a leader is able to learn. All these things that you are doing, I'm sure that a leader that really wants to lead, he will pick one or two things that, oh, these are people who are spending their time, their money. And it's not that the government is doing anything to promote good governance. So that is my key word, that a leader, whatever level, you must show humility. Because it is in humility you can learn from others. You can learn from your losses. You can learn from your mistakes. Not arrival syndrome. Most of the leaders in Nigeria, all they carry about is arrival syndrome. You know arrival syndrome?
Of course.
Yes, there is a saturated position. Yeah. You know, in science, you know, when you talk about saturation,
yeah,
it means solvent and solvent and solute, when you can no longer dissolve. So everything is saturated. Yeah. That is all most of them. Why? Because of arrival syndrome. Nobody catch me.
Yeah, doctor.
a leader that is humble, we always learn.
Yeah.
We always learn.
Dr. ABE, I really appreciate your time. Let me ask you this one last question. If we have time, I'll ask you the other one. What is one mistake you witness as a leader that you've made or you've seen leaders making? What mistakes? Let me ask you personally, what mistake do you think you've made as a leader?
Yeah, the mistake I made was that you take everybody for 100%, be at peace with you.
Okay.
And what I mean is this: as a leader, as long not that you at times you overbearing. When you overbear, you over trust. Not that you should not trust your followers, but at times that I have seen it as a weakness. If you are too emotional about leadership, at times, which is one of my weaknesses, and I know that, too emotional about people and all that, they take you for granted, and when you trust them, you know, you think they, okay, you give them assignment, you go to sleep. And now I discovered that no, not everybody, not every follower, you can give an assignment and you go and sleep. So you need to continue to monitor them and follow them up. These are some of the mistakes personally that I know, and by the time you know, people will just take advantage of you. So I try as much as possible not to be too much lousy to people. Then for other mistake of leadership, I would say is that, you see, there is this philosopher, I'm sorry to say, he said, leadership is that you will earn respect when your words match your actions. Many of leaders, their words do not match their actions, and people will not trust you.
They don't trust them with their words.
Yes, their words will never match their actions.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this one. What are you doing to ensure you continue to grow and develop as a leader? What are you doing?
Personally, what I'm doing right now, Mike, is to read. I read about leadership, because readers are leaders. Because these days, you need to keep yourself abreast. What you know yesterday is not sufficient for today.
At all. You need to read more.
It's not.
Yeah.
If you want to lead in this century, you must read.
Of course.
You must read. You must read books. And even presently, I'm reading a book written by John Maxwell. It talks about losses, learning from your losses. And when you see, I just pray that I should give it to one of African leader anywhere. If you read it, your life as a leader will never be the same. And another book written by late Augustus Adebayo, he was an experienced civil servant, wrote to the level of head of service. He wrote Politics and Power. You cry for Nigerian civil service. That man wrote that book since 1980. You would think that the man is writing the history of what is happening presently.
Okay. We are running out of time, Dr. ABE. Okay. Let me ask you this last one. I hope we'll get back to you. What advice would you give to someone going into a leadership position for the first time?
They must have a vision.
They must have a vision.
Specific vision of what they want to do, and be prepared. Not like a man who said, "Not my will." Yeah. Your will must be in your leadership.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say a very big thank you to Honorable Dr. ABE OLUSOLA, APC National Chairman, South Africa. It's a pleasure talking to you. And we hope in subsequent interview we'll call on you and you'll be available for us.
Thank you. We are welcome, sir. We are together, sir. Thank you. I want to sincerely thank you for your efforts. And I pray that God will bless you, because if I have the whole dollar or pound sterling in the world, they cannot appreciate what you have done. But what you have done has made my day. Congratulations. Thank you very much. We in Cleveland would like to partner with you in subsequent interview and
publish most of your activities in South Africa.
All right.
So Nigerians, not only Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians at home will get the news of we in diaspora, that we are not sleeping, we are thinking about our country, because it's our country.
Yes.
Yeah, home is home.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can go back home. So we hope to hear from you in subsequent interview. God bless you. I am Owen Beze from Cleveland Television here in Spain. We are saying thank you to our viewers and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Cleveland Notebook Plus. What's the Cleveland Notebook Plus all about? Cleveland is a social network